Hello guys, my name is Rela Dinesh from CSIT section Programming for Problem Solving using C. My tech talk concept is two integers a and b are the inputs. Write a program to find the GCD and LCM of a and b. Okay, let's see our agenda first. What is C language? Who invented C language? What are the loops in C? What is a decision making statement? What is a function? What is recursion? What is LCM? What is GCD, program of LCM, program of GCD, and conclusion. In this video we will cover all the topics. First we see about what is C language. C language programming. C programming language is a procedural and general purpose of a language that provides low level access to a system memory, and a program written in C must be run through a C compiler to convert into a executable that a computer can run. Many variations of Linux based on this system. Okay, today the C level language C programming language runs on many different hardware platforms and OSs such as Microsoft and Linux. First we will discuss about the features of C. First one is structured. It's offered a structured programming approach for breaking down the problems into smaller modules for functions that are easily understand and modify. Portable. C is a machine independent and C programming can be executed on a different machines. Okay. Middle level programming language. It is a middle level programming language that supports the features of both low level and high level. Rich library. It has a rich library and expedite the development of the process. Dynamic memory allocation. It has a special character in this, that is a dynamic memory allocation feature. It has a special feature which can be used to free the allocation memory by using the free function. Speed. It is a compiler based language which makes the compilation and execution of a code faster because C is based on the compiler. Compilers are used in C. Most probably compilers are feed speed than the interpreters. Then pointer C uses a pointer which is improve the performing by enable the direct interaction with the system memory. Recursion. Recursion is used to backtrack by providing code reusability for every function. Extensible. A C program can be easily extended if code is already written. New features functionality can be added with the minor alternative. This is the structure of the C. You can see in this picture. First we must add a header file. That hashtag included the predefined where this code is compiled into C programming, where it is converted into binary, also machine level language. Okay, this is the structure of the C. You can see header, main, variable, declaration, body, and return. Okay, now we will see who is inventor of the C language. Dennis M. Ritchie, whereas Dennis McAllister Ritchie, born in September 9, 1941 and died in October 12, 2011, was an American computer scientist. He is the most well-known creating of C-level language, and with a long-time colleague Ken Thompson, the Linux operating system and B programming language. Ritchie and Thompson were awarded Turing Award from ACM in the 1983, the Humming Medal from the IEEE in 1919. And Ritchie was the head of the Lucian Technologies System Software Research Development when he retired in 2007. Okay. What are the loops in C? What are the loops in C? Loop C is executed a block of a code several times according to the condition given in the loop. The means of executed that same code multiple times by using the condition. Okay. We can handle the various looping requirements in C programming language with using the following loop: while loop and nested loop, for loop and do while loop. It has a 4 parts: initialization expression, test expression, update expression. To body of the loop, for loop and while loop is known as entry control loop, and do while loop is known as exit control loop. These are the loops, entry control loop and exit control loop. For loop and while loop. For initialization, condition and update. For loop, while loop we must have only condition, here we must have increment or decrement according to the condition. And the exit control loop. Under exit control loop we have do while loop. First the body will be executed at least once if the condition is false. What is decision making statements in C? The decision making statements in C choose by identifying a decision and gathering the information that are acting alternating resolution. If else, else, if else, which, if else, nested if. A loop. The if else as a condition mainly. These if else, else if, these are mainly used for decision making. For example, if we are having A is a 10 and B is a 5, we want a greatest number among these two integers. If we give, if A is greater than B, print A and or else print B. The A integer A is greater than B, so it will be executed, it will be print 10. Like this, these decision making statements will be run. Okay. Now we will see what is functions in C. Functions in C are the basic building blocks of a C programming. A function is a set of a statement enclosed with a curly braces that take input do computation and provides the resultant output. You can call a function multiple times, thereby allowing reusability and modularity in C programming. What are different characteristics of a C programming? Functions without argument and without the return value. It is a 4 characteristic in the functions. First one is without argument, without return, function without argument and without return value, function without argument, with argument and without return value, function with argument and with return value. There are two types in C. First, user-defined function and recursion function. Now we will see the recursion functions. Recursion. The C programming language allows any function to call itself multiple times programming. Here, any function that happens to call itself is known as a recursion. It runs as a loop. Whereas in loop we must give condition. In this we must call by itself in function. Most probably, the function will execute more faster than the recursion. It has less time. In less time, it will give more execution as compared to the recursion function. Now we will see. This is the first. Here, num5 res is equals to fact5. This fact5 will recall. This one returns like this, like this, like this. 5. This is a factorial of 5. 5 into 4. Then 4. Then 3 fact 2. This is the recursion function mostly based on the base condition. If we are not given the base condition, it will iterate the function until it reaches to 1024, I think so, times. Okay, what are the greatest common divisor, which is known as GCD? GCD. The GCD is based on Euclidean algorithm. The Euclidean algorithm is a way to find the greatest common divisor of a two positive integer a and b. First, let me show the computation for a 210 and b 45. Divided 210 by 45 and we will get the result 4 with remainder. So 210 equals to 4 into 45 plus 30. Euclidean algorithm. First of dividend and equals to divisor, coefficient plus remainder. In this way we can by using this method we can program a GCD by using this logic. In mathematician, greatest common divisor, GCD of a 2 more than integer which can not all 0 is the largest positive integer and divides each of the integer for two integers x and y. Greatest common divisor of x and y denoted. Okay, now we will see. For example, GCD of 8 and 12 is 4. That is a greatest common divisor among them. The GCD is used in a variety of applications in number of theory, particular in a modular arithmetic, and thus the encryption of algorithms such as RSC. Now we will see what is LCM. In mathematics, the LCM of any of two is value of evenly divisible by the two given numbers. The full form of LCM is least common multiple. It is also called as least common divisor. For example, 4, 5. We want the least common multiplication as shown here. See here, 6, 8, 5, 4, 3, 9. For the 6, 8, 5, 4, 3, 9, we have the least common multiplication is 2, 2, 2, 2 cube into 3 square into 5. We have 360. This is the least common multiplication of 6, 8, 5, 3, 9, 4. Here I will tell. Here 12 and here we taken A is a 12 and B is a 16, whereas 12 into 4 is a 48, whereas 16 into 3 is 48. Both are same, but in same time 12 into 8 is a 96 and 16 8 6 is a 96. But we must want among these two integers we must want a multiple, lowest multiple value. So we will go with that 48 because this integer is the lowest common multiple. This is the program basic summary. Whereas 12, 6, we want maximum number among these. To find out that 48 maximum into maximum moduli A double equals to 0. This works like this. Maximum among A and B. Maximum is B because it's 16. 16 moduli 12 not equals to 0. 17 moduli M. We must increment the maximum value. 17 moduli 12 not equal. It will increase up to this condition is satisfied. Let's see the program first. First algorithm, initialize A and B, display entered first number, read A, display entered the second number, read B, compute max. Where A is greater than B, A, return A and B, or else B, use a while loop condition is true, use a condition max moduli A is double equals to 0 and max moduli B is double equals to, you use break if the condition is true and increment the maximum value by 1. Okay, this is the flow chart you can see here. Now let's into the program. First int hashtag include studio.h int main int first we must initialize A and B and max, print the first number and we must scan first A and second B. Now here we using terminating operator, where max is computed to A greater than B, return A value if else B. Why we are using here while loop until true, condition is true, because we don't know where the maximum value, where this condition will be satisfied. So we must use this true condition by incrementing the maximum value. Suppose here 12, here 16, the maximum value is 16, 16 moduli 2, 16 moduli B, where these two conditions are satisfied when the maximum value appear 48. When 48 is appear, 48 is moduli 2, it satisfies the 0, it gives the 0, and same as for 48 moduli 16 it give 0, then automatically it will break. It will be break statement is used here for jump out of the loop where we are incrementing the maximum value. After printing this, we will get the outputs. Here let's see. First value is 4 and second value is this. The LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. You can see the LCM of 4 and 6. First 2, 2, 3 and 2 now 1, 3. When 3, 2 2s are 4. 4 1s are 4, 4 z 4 3 z 12. It's correct answer here. Now we will see the GCD now. Algorithm of GCD, installation A, B and small GCD. The GCD must have among two integers must have smaller value. First, the installation of AB, small GCD, LCM and I. Display the enter the first number, read A and display read B. Compute the small a less than B, return A or else B. Use while loop condition. I less than or equals to small, increment the I value by 1 using the condition A moduli I double equals to 0 and B moduli I double equals to 0. Compute the GCD under that condition. Display the GCD value outside the loop and compute LCM is equals to A into B divided by GCD. It is the formula to find out the LCM. If we know the GCD, display the LCM of A and B is and display the LCM value. Okay, this is the flow chart. You can clearly understand by using this flow chart. You can clearly understand the program structure of the program. Program of GCD, int main, program of GCD and LCM. Int A and int A comma B small comma I equals to 1 GCD comma LCM. Print the first value and second value. And here we must compute the variable. We must compute or we must assign small using terminator operation. Whereas A less than B, return A value or else B. While we must give. Whereas we initialized I equals to 1, whereas I equal less or equals to small. Among these two integers, which one is small is come under the small condition. If A moduli I double equals to 0 and B moduli I is double equals to 0, if the condition satisfied, this I value is computed into GCD and increment. If it does not satisfy, it will be increment the I value up to the small value which is computed in that, and after that outside the loop we must print the GCD value. After that, to find the LCM we having the formula that LCM is equals to A value of A and into value of B divided by GCD. Here we find out the GCD. That's why we are applying this formula to find the LCM. Whereas after that we must print the LCM here. You can see the outputs here. Whereas enter the first number 6 and enter the second number 4. The GCD of 6 and 4 is 2. LCM is 12. Okay, this is the program of GCD and LCM. Thank you.